got me.
Today, from NRG Stadium in Houston, Texas.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. As the Texans offense runs out, we get a peek at the man under center. Second-year quarterback Davis Mills out of Stanford.
I think when we really analyze the 2021 NFL season, Houston Texans quarterback Davis Mills, he deserves a lot more credit than he got for leading a bad team last season. Circumstances led the third-round rookie to being thrown in as the team starter, and he really came on after some early struggles. 4 300-yard games from him. He led Houston to a big upset of the Chargers to help keep L.A. out of the playoffs.
On 2nd and 10, Mills. They'll set up the screen to Barkley, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
Throwing, Mills.
Man open, that's Calvin Ridley.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The numbers for him from a week ago: 24 carries, 80 yards, and a touchdown.
And we all know he had a big workload last week, so I'm eager to see if they decide to back him off a little bit. Personally, I hand it to him 20-plus times again. When a running back's locked in like he is, I want him to keep touching the football.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Play action now, Mills. This one into the hands of Aguilar.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Mills now looks to throw on first down.
Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Looking to throw again on second down. Mills. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And the Texans are going to have a first and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line. Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. And now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They've got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Willis. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a third and goal. Mills. And it'll be intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And the Chargers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. They run again with Hunt. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. The Chargers are 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. And they got off to the good start, but then 2 straight losses since.
And now you start to wonder about what this does for a team's morale, how it affects their psyche, because, let's face it, you work all summer pointing toward that opening game, you get the win, but then you don't carry it on from there. How will they bounce back from these losses and try and get right?
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt, and he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That one, and it moves the chains. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
A couple of first downs has the football position at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. A first carry now. This is Williams. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. From the gun, it's Trubisky. He's got a man complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A gain of 37.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down, and he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. Throwing here, Trubisky. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. From the left hash, this from 34. And Tucker, the former Longhorn, puts this one through. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead.
Well, it's not the touchdown that they wanted, CD, but still, they got to be pretty happy here. You steal the ball away from them on their opening possession, and you turn that into the early 3-0 lead.
Yeah, you painted the picture perfectly there, all the things that have gone on. And the important thing, other than the lead, of course, is as you described, both sides of the ball now have some momentum.
So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a second and short.
Mills to throw it.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Mills can't get away, and down he goes. That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack.
Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase it.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward.
Throwing on second and long. Mills. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Trubisky. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 10 catches, 64 yards.
Better tighten up the coverage if you expect to slow this guy down, because if he gets going, he'll eat you up.
More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. Handoff up the middle, Hunt. And he'll be tackled at the 45 following a gain of just 2.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Trubisky now to throw on 3rd down. Over the middle, complete. That's Carter.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
And we saw that indeed, picking up the first. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory, right at the 40. Here's Trubisky to throw. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Now it's Trubisky. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Montez Sweat, the man that time to fight in and drop it.
There's some bad teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. And Tucker, the former Longhorn, puts this one through. And that will make it 6-0.
They already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
Houston set to take over.
And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Barkley, inside handoff. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. On 2nd and 9. Mills. This to McLaurin out on the left side. 6-0 our score after 1. The Texans on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Mills now.
He finds Aguilar over the middle.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
A first down throw for Mills. Finding Knox there, complete. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Mills again. He's going to pick up the first down and then some. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A gain of 32 that time. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. A handoff to Barkley on the option. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. On 3rd down, here's Mills. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Riley Patterson now on for the field goal. This a 27-yard attempt here. Patterson's kick is good. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here are the Chargers to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Trubisky will throw. Finding Carter on the slant. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now Trubisky. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. From midfield now, here's Trubisky. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Carter. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a 1st down. Now it's Trubisky. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hockenson. And they'll work this down inside the 30. A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Hunt. And Hunt is not going to get there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
You have to figure with this offense on 2nd and inches, they're in ideal shape, but then they end up getting an incompletion, a run stuffed on 3rd and inches, and you look around and say, how did it become 4th down?
Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. From the left hash, this from 46. And Tucker, the former Longhorn, puts this one through. And they continue to lead in the battle of field goals here. It's now 9-3. So that one is his third of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, but 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw is Mills. Completes it to Aguilar. It'll be a gain of 5. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. Here's Mills. And he finds McLaurin. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
Well, we use the term pitch and catch a lot to denote an easy completion. We just saw one right there on 3rd and 3 to pick up the first down.
Why are those so tough to defend? Just because they hit so quickly?
Yeah, it's all about timing and confidence. Quarterback sees it, rips it, there you go.
On 1st and 10, Mills. Out to the left, he's got his tight end Knox. And he'll be dropped at the 36. It's a good gain of 18 on a play that originated back at the 18. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. To throw, Mills. His pass caught at the 4. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. Robinson is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
From back at the 3 now, this is 3rd and goal. Now Mills. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Terry McLaurin, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans are an extra point away now from moving out in front. There you go, Charles. His first touchdown pass of the new season.
And he had a strong rookie year. So much more expected of him this one, as you might imagine. He threw that one with confidence and assuredness.
And I noticed that the celebration a little bit more subdued than his first touchdown pass last year as a rookie.
Yeah, he certainly is acting like he's done it before.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. Patterson back out there to send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So already not the best of kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get away from the shadow of their own goalposts. What every offense wants to do in this situation, get 2 first downs to help out with field position at the least.
A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
I can't be sure how much of that was planned pre-snap, but it certainly opens up some avenues for their offense. And if he can stay a threat to break off those kind of runs, it'll pull defenders away from coverage and open up some choice throwing lanes for him moving forward.
Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down.
Swings this out for Hunt.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
2nd down and 3.
Now Trubisky lost the football. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
So holding on the offense, they go ahead and decline the penalty, and the ball will change hands on the fumble recovery.
Up the middle with Barkley. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
From the gun, here's Mills.
Throw left side complete. That's Willis.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Looking to throw. Mills.
Throwing, completing, quick to Calvin Ridley.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Back to throw. Mills.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Mills to the air again.
Touchdown, Texans. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
Patterson back out there to send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. L.A. set to take over again on offense. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units. And they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
On 2nd and very short, Trubisky. And a quick throw here, that's complete. First down now, but that clock rolling. Now Trubisky to throw. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Trubisky. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Throwing again on 2nd down. Trubisky. This will be caught inside the 10. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 19 yards that time for number 19.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. Marquise Goodwin. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Chargers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Yeah, touchdown. I love it. Now it's only a 2-point game. I know it's the first half, but you've got to think. Go for 2. Tie it up. Go into the locker room. What are you doing? Come on.
You're bold. You're bold.
It's real easy to be bold sitting up here rather than
right?
down there and making that decision.
We don't have to make those decisions. Either way, little time left on the clock here in the second quarter. We'll see how this all plays out. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And this is now a 1-point game. That time a 6-play drive. And it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, trying to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, let's take a look around the NFL here on this first Sunday of October. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. And they are seconds away from halftime, all tied in that one. Next, let's get over to Baltimore to check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And currently they are tied with the visiting Bills in that one. Finally, let's get to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And you can see they have the lead over the visiting Tennessee Titans. Gabriel Davis, a touchdown reception. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? Find out. We give it back to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Chargers getting ready to go here to start this third quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now. That's a nice throw there, and he's obviously feeling pretty good because, remember, he had a touchdown pass on the last drive, and here he comes out throwing again, and they wind up getting good yardage and a first down right out of the gate.
Now Trubisky on first down.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a first down.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 48-yard line. Hunt will try going up the middle. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll run again with Hunt. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. They'll set up to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Carter. And he's just going to be short here. Barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And they have regained the lead. Well, they don't get a touchdown here in the opening drive of the third quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half.
And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Throwing, Mills. Steps away, and time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
So now after the sack, Mills and the Texans needing to navigate a 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here's Brett Kern now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Oh, look at the juke. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over.
Chargers offense back onto the field. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. A carry here for Hunt. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 44 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. The running game fully in sync, 1-11 on that play.
And sometimes it comes from the offensive coordinator, understanding what he thinks the defense is going to do and dialing up the perfect play. Sometimes the quarterback, though, can look at the defense, realize he needs to change it to a run, and that gets it done in a big way as well.
Now after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. He'll look to throw. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Trubisky. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it will still bring up a 4th down.
He certainly did his best to find something on that run, but there just wasn't enough time to make it happen. Nice effort there, avoiding the sack and getting back to the line of scrimmage. That one certainly could have ended up worse.
Here's A.J. Cole now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. From the 36, Mills. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Mills on 3rd and 2. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Nick Bosa using that speed to get in there and break that play up.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Mills. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
Third and long for Mills.
That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get into his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a fourth down?
Here's Brett Kern now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
56 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
On first down, Trubisky. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun.
And he'll take this up to the 30, a gain of 4. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On third down, Trubisky. He'll buy some time right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. And here comes the Texans now.
The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10.
And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
From the shotgun, it's Mills.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line.
Nick Bosa able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And that's his 2nd sack in this one.
And you just can't ask a defensive end or an edge rusher to play any better than what we're seeing right now. And, partner, it's still just the 3rd quarter. I'm thinking he's not done yet. Even if he's not getting a sack, he's bringing a lot of pressure to the pocket.
So now after the sack, Mills and the Texans needing to navigate a 3rd and long.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on 4th.
I don't know how many times not just in my playing career, but you and I working together. Have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet? And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for Houston. 39 yards on the punt. Give him just 1 yard on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession.
No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Trubisky to throw. Over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 35. Throwing here, Trubisky.
Samuel bringing in the slant. And he's going to get this down near the 25. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. They'll run with Hunt.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
2nd and 9.
Now it's Trubisky. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
3rd and 2. Now Trubisky. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the 1st with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a 1st down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the 4th. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal. He'll look to throw. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Mitchell Trubisky, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year.
And the Chargers will add to their 4th quarter lead. So a heck of a drive right there with the game potentially hanging in the balance.
A very good drive, and now a conversion to make it a 2-score game and a solid lead.
And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed, and in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. Is this a touchdown? That's the question. CD, what are they looking for here?
You just need any part of the football to break the plane. You don't need the whole football. It doesn't need to go over the entire white line. It's just that front part of the white line. And if you draw an imaginary plane going straight up, that's what they need to cross.
So take away the touchdown. The officials rule he did not get the football to break the plane. Hunt will score. Touchdown, Chargers.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Tucker now for the extra point. And that makes it a 9-point game. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And Kareem Hunt, the one to finish it off, as he did so with a touchdown run. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
And now out comes Houston.
And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. 1st and 10 now for Mills and the Texans.
At their 25-yard line.
A 1st down throw for Mills. Out route looking for McLaurin. He's got him.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
1st down, Mills. Working the middle here. That's complete to Knox, the tight end.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown.
Now an option play on 2nd down.
And he is going to lose yardage here. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Well, sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face, because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
Third and short yardage, Mills.
He finds Aguilar over the middle. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 45-yard line.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Mills on 1st down. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. Here's Mills. It's Barkley once again bringing in the catch. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
And Mills is intercepted for the 3rd time.
Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5. Trubisky now down around his goal line. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. They run with Hunt. And they'll get him down short of the first down, right on the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for L.A. He'll take it at the 42. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10.
Houston set to take over. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
Well, time, I mean, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defensive side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly, and what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. After the interception, here's Trubisky.
Hitting Samuel on the slant. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
They'll run it here with Hunt.
83 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now it's Trubisky.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
At least this time he's getting hit after a positive play for his offense. The pressure was coming through yet again, but he certainly didn't stick around for the sack on this occasion. Found an escape route and ended up getting the 1st down before taking the hit.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. This is Hunt. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
On 2nd down, right back to Hunt. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone.
It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down, L.A.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
There he goes, and for good reason. Running with it has paid dividends earlier in this game and earlier on this drive. And until they prove they can stop him, I don't think he's going to be shy about continuing to run for 1st downs instead of airing it out.
They'll run. This is Hunt. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. They'll try to run with Hunt. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown.
Kareem Hunt, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Trubisky back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wondered maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
Mills hit, and he loses the ball.
And picked up by the Chargers. And he's got his guys set up great now. 1st and goal. And the Pigs get at the 7-yard line.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. And the Chargers coming out on the field now.
And they are in an absolutely golden spot. It's 1st and goal following the fumble return.
The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. Handoff up the middle. Hunt. And he's in for a Charger touchdown.
Kareem Hunt taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Chargers look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. So an important touchdown right there, is now they're really beginning to pull away.
Yeah, this was a tight game until not too long ago. But since then, they've hit the accelerator. And they pushed the lead up to 3 scores here in the 4th quarter. And I don't see them looking back.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22.
And now out comes Houston.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. 1st and 10 now for Mills and the Texans.
At their own 22.
Mills to throw it.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Throwing again on 2nd and 10.
Mills
Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Now Mills.
And this is going to be incomplete. They'll run with Barkley. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. Saquon Barkley denied on 4th down. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Hunt. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, second down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
On second down, right back to Hunt.
And some room to work.
And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. 120 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They run again with Hunt. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Now it's Hunt. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it